105 North Island 52.
Prepare to be fucked by the vortex of the law.
This isn't happening. Everyone look away, please. Nothing to see here.
You can't break those cuffs.
Make him away, Toy.
Welcome to Thought Cops, the only podcast where every week we talk about what's outraging the internet, and then we let you be the judge, we let you be the jury, we let you be the executioner, too, in the court of public opinion. I'm Officer Kevin, and with me is Officer Grant.
What's up, Federales?
What's up, Federales? I was thinking maybe we could call our fans the Coplings.
No, what are we, Sephiroth Sword 57? No, get out of here.
Coplings, I kind of like it, but, the jury's out on that one. Let us know
He's
what
got
you think.
copyright on that shit, okay? He trademarked
No, he's
it.
in Sweden. He's got jack shit, as far as I'm concerned.
A better economy than us.
We'll figure this out off mic.
Arguably. I don't know. I don't know things about fucking global economies.
I'll talk to you when I get home.
All right.
Thank you.
I thought Federales was appropriate. It felt good.
We'll talk about it when we get home.
I'm already home.
I'm not. Let's thank our guest from last week, Asterios Kokonos. The man himself, he got gumshoe status. That means he's been on the show not one, not two, but 3 times. What an honor that we gave to him.
Thanks, Asterios.
And he should be thanking us for being such generous lords.
For being a magnanimous host.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hey, we got a brand new guest to the show today. We got adult performer Charlotte Sartre, also known as Goth Charlotte. What's up, Charlotte?
Hey, guys.
What's going on?
Welcome to the show. How's it going? Thanks for coming. Here we are.
It's going good. It's really hot in my room. I just had to take my pants off. But, yeah, it's just latest update.
Getting to a good start.
Yeah.
So tell us about yourself. Tell us everything that all of our listeners need to know, want to know.
Well, I have 4 cats.
Okay, what are their names?
Oh, goodness. Okay, so I have Ripley and Jonesy. I'm like a big sci-fi fan, so those were my kitties I adopted. And my fiance's cats are Battle Cat and Baby Cat. Battle Cat from He-Man, of course. And they're great.
And tell us about, I guess, whatever you want to say. Is
Beads of sweat pouring down Kevin's forehead right now.
Is it fun?
Having cats, yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah, it is pretty fun usually. Some days it's like pulling teeth. Some days you get poop in your mouth, but most days are pretty good.
Job's a job, right?
Yeah. Just, blue collar work.
I mean, one way or another, you're getting fucked at work anyway, so. I think one of the most interesting things I've seen about you is tell us about this film you were in, The Puppet Inside Me.
Oh, good. I was just talking about that with my mail lady this morning because she was asking, but it was so much fun. The whole day, like on set, we had to keep cutting because everybody was laughing so hard at the ridiculousness of the situation. And
it looks like everyone in it is about to start laughing at any given point.
Oh my God,
so to describe it, it's a bunch of puppets are in the scene, and then halfway through one of the scenes I saw, the couch that the guy's sitting on turns into a puppet.
Yeah, that's the casting couch.
It sounds like a new age Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Oh yeah, so this company that made that film, Wood Rocket, they make like a ton of really funny parody porns. Like, they just made a Red Dead Redemption parody that I really wanted to be in, but my fiance ended up getting casted in. I was a little jealous about that. They did like a Jurassic Park one that was pretty horrifying. It was like a half velociraptor, half like human. But like,
that is
not
terrifying.
It was just really creepy.
Wait, so it was like a human upper half and then a dinosaur lower half?
I think it was like a dinosaur upper half. I'm trying to remember, but it definitely had tits. Which is important. But yeah, they're just really funny. And we're filming it. The male talent, Tommy Pistol, he's like one of my favorite people to work with. He's so fucking funny. And he's actually done like a Pee-wee's Playhouse parody. He's done so much shit over the years because he could just like chameleon himself into like playing any character and looking like pretty much anybody. And he's fucking hilarious. So he can keep like a boner the entire time we're filming, and he's basically just rubbing his dick against like a piece of felt, and I don't know how good that would feel. Like, her puppet mouth is like chomping on it. And then before the scene started, the director's like, okay, I know you guys are going to be tempted to like make the noises for the puppet because you think it's funny, but don't, because we're going to have those dubbed in afterward. So this woman literally had to sit through and watch the whole scene start to finish, and every time the puppet's mouth flapped open, she had to like insert a moan or a grunt or something. I just think it's
sure that'd be a fun to be a voice actor for that.
But yeah,
Kevin, you should lend your voice to one of these films.
Hey, if they'll have me.
Speaking of parodies, you said one of your dreams is also to do like a Blade Runner parody. Any progress on that?
No, just like I'm like writing the screenplay in my head. There's been so many, like, well, not many, like a handful, but I think they're all crap. Like, and the people, like, I don't know, it's like they haven't been done the way I would want them to be done, but it's so expensive to do like a feature, any kind of parody. But
well, you know, now would be the time for that, because that movie takes place in 2019.
That's
which
true.
Is, of course, you know.
Yeah, I guess this is the year. I gotta get hustling on that.
Get writing and producing immediately.
Chop, chop.
Because if you don't, you got to wait until what, 2049?
Oh, true, for the next one, and then I'll be too old.
I don't know.
I guess I could still direct it, but I have to cast like young people in it.
Passing of the torch, just like Blade Runner 2049.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Grant, did you have any other questions about the industry?
No, I think I'm good.
I just wanted to know if it was fun.
How many questions do you have?
Yeah, that's the only one. That's the only one I had, and I'm glad to hear it is.
Mm-hmm, thanks.
So let's get it right along. You got some show news, Grant. What's
Yeah, we got the $10 ride-along tier open. So if you're paying us $10 a month to be a part of that tier on patreon.com/ I want to say Asterios. It just comes out of my mouth naturally. If you're paying us $10 a month on patreon.com/ thoughtcops, send us a comment. Let us know what you want your individual episode to be. I also renamed some of the tiers on Patreon so they actually sound like a status, you know. Like the $2 tier is like the volunteer fire department.
No, that's cute.
Thank you. I wanted to get that out there. I wanted to let people know.
Well, everybody was wondering why the names were changed.
Yeah,
I'm glad that you brought that up.
Just to clarify, $10. The $10 one. IO Netrunner in the chat is asking what the $10 tier is.
He's a $10 donator.
He's a red beret.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move past this.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's get right to that very famous part of the show. Everybody's waiting for this. 2 minutes of hate. Of course, this is where we blanket punish any annoying trends or things that people do online that irritate us. They bug us. They get under our skin. You know,
am I limited to 2 minutes on that?
No, absolutely not.
Go on.
It could be as short or as long as you want.
All right.
Some of them have been 3 seconds. Some of them have been 10 minutes, whatever.
I think one of my favorite ones has been Chicago comedian Aaron Klopfer came on and he said 2 or 3 sentences, and then he just went 2 minutes, done. And he was immediately done with it.
Succinct, you know? He's got a lot of hate inside of him. He's figured it out. He's watered it down.
He's a man of business.
So I got one. I want to begin here.
Yeah.
If I may be so bold.
Go ahead.
My 2 minutes of hate this year is the top blank of the year lists. Now, I don't find anything inherently wrong with these, but I feel like I don't consume enough of one thing that's like released per year to have a list. Like I couldn't think of, like, I love movies, but I couldn't think of, I don't think I saw 10 movies this year. If I did, the worst one would like still be on the list, which wouldn't feel right. So, and I just feel like the whole idea...
The people who are making these lists are getting paid to watch those movies, by the way. So
no, not all of them. Like everybody always just like throws it out on Twitter and stuff.
Oh, I thought you meant like BuzzFeed lists.
No, like
everybody
just like top album. That's true. Mm-hmm. That's very true. I don't think BuzzFeed do they still make stuff? I haven't seen them come up at all.
Oh, they churn out crap every day.
Jesus Christ, that would be hey, talk about a fun job, right? Just
I think the only thing positive
like,
about
what type of cucumber are you? And people will literally take it and like tweet about it.
Number 5 will shock you.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only thing positive about BuzzFeed is because they make so much money with the junk articles, they actually, I think, now have a decent amount of money to fund like an investigative journalism outlet of BuzzFeed, which I hear is good, but I don't know anything about investigative journalism.
That sounds like it stinks.
It's probably the best in the country because of how much money they make and have.
And the capable staff.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. Top blank, because I was watching Anthony Fantano do his top 50 album releases of the year.
Yeah.
Like, how the hell did he listen to 50 in 1 year?
It's Anthony Fantano. Of course he's listened to 50 in a year.
I guess if that's his job, you're right. Maybe I'm just jealous. I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be great to make a list of 50 albums you've listened to this year and get paid, you know, a couple $1,000s in ad revenue. I
think the reason that people make lists is because they make us feel alive. You know, they give us an identity. These are the things I like. These are what they look like in a list. This is me. These 10 things, that's my personality. I like movies. These are 10 movies I like. And if you agree, fuck you. So I guess that's my 2 minutes of hate. I don't think that everybody needs to make a list of these things, and I don't know how they have the time or patience for that kind of thing. So my my punishment is get a job that's not fun.
Get off my lawn, kids. Charlotte, do you have 2 minutes of hate?
Oh yeah, I was just thinking about this yesterday. Wannabe like baby doms on the internet who are total cunts to like not just like their prospective customers, because I know it's like some dudes are into that, but whatever, but they're just like cunty to everybody, like other doms. Like they think that's like how you be dominant, is just being a cunt.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so for those of us who are unlearned, what's a baby dom?
It's like just anybody who like hops on Twitter or Reddit, and I feel like most of the doms on Reddit are actually like men in their basement anyway, but they just get on.
That's all of Reddit.
Decide, like, I'm a dom now. Like, pay me. Here's my Cash App. Here's my PayPal. Like, just like stupid shit. Like, you can tell when people are not like on the up and up about that, because like you can't use Cash App or like PayPal and shit like that, because in their terms of service, they don't support like adult services, so they're just asking to be banned.
Oh yeah, we talked about that a handful of episodes ago.
I can't remember.
The whole Snapchat audit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Ooh, I want to segue into that for my hate. Like, I think it started out as like a joke, right? And then all these like really angry virgins on the internet are like mad that girls are making money off their boobs. And like, I can only speak for myself. Like, I definitely pay taxes more than like all those pissed off men on Twitter who are like calling us thoughts.
The incels. The incel army.
Red-pilled incels. But I just feel like the anger is so misdirected. Like, where's that energy with like drug dealers and like all other types of people who take like under the counter money and don't pay taxes on it.
Right.
That's pushed onto people in a different way because they're minorities a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Nico in the chat here says, I love when they are rude bitches, but then are begging for $10 for pizza on the next tweet.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Oh, no. Fuck, I was going to ask you something else about this, and I got distracted thinking about the...
Was it about the Snapchat thing? Or?
No, it was before that. It was something about... Because we're talking about Reddit, Twitter, Baby Dom. Fuck, I don't remember. Sorry, everybody.
It's okay.
Hey, when I think of it, yeah, I'm going to interrupt the entire episode to ask you about it.
Please don't.
All right.
Please don't.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. I remember it now. So you are annoyed by doms who act like doms when they're not working, basically?
Basically, people who confuse being a cunt with being a dom.
Okay.
And just like making a bad name for like everybody on that side of the industry by displaying like overtly cunty behavior when it's unnecessary. Mm-hmm. And those who are cunty to like other doms who probably and usually definitely know more than they do. It's like the cattiness that really bothers me.
Okay. Every scene's got some of that, you know?
Yeah, there's cunts in every industry.
That's so true. I think that we
the tagline of this episode.
Exactly. If these had names, that's what that would be. So if you could punish these C words, how would you do it?
I don't know. Just take away their PayPal privileges.
Okay.
Figure out
deplatform them.
Yeah, deplatform them. Ban their Twitters.
You should hide some. Just go to all their videos and comment with alt-right propaganda on everything, and they'll be like, "What the hell is all this?" And then, PayPal or Patreon or whatever is going to see that, and they're going to think it's like some relation.
Oh yeah.
Bam.
And
they're gone. Done for. The chat is calling me an ally.
Top 10 male feminists of the year. Number 1, Kevin. All right, I got a 2 minutes of hate. I had a hard time thinking of one today. So I went on the internet and I typed in irritating trends on the internet, whatever. I typed it into Google. I press enter.
Really digging from the bottom of the barrel here.
Yeah,
Grant.
sometimes you just run out of ideas, whatever.
We have never mind.
I didn't like any of the ones on the list. I wanted a fresh one.
You didn't want to talk about Jonah Hill?
You wrote that.
I forget.
Who wrote the one where it's 50 most annoying things about the internet?
So that's what I'm getting to.
Oh.
So that's the first thing that popped up. This is a list that someone made for the Telegraph in the United Kingdom. They made this almost 10 years ago. In the year 2009, they made this list. If you go onto the Google Doc and you open this list here, I'll drop it in the Discord for everybody if they want to.
Yeah, I'm looking at it
take a peek at it. This list is almost the entirety of everything we've talked about these past 99 episodes.
Oh no! Wow,
we've done nothing to create a better infrastructure, to create a better ecosystem for the internet. We've done absolutely nothing with this show. We've learned nothing. They're almost all exactly the same. There's a couple that are like MySpace and Bebo.
Hey,
I don't know what
I got to do 2 minutes of hate. When people post too many bulletins on MySpace.
Yeah.
Get a grip.
And then number 50 is Chris Crocker.
Oh, I actually like him.
Who's Chris Crocker? Oh, is he the Britney guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think he's really around anymore.
No, he's
who's mad about him?
He's got like a large Twitter following now, and he mainly makes like short comedy videos, and he posts videos for OnlyFans, which is like an adult platform I also use, where he's like eating like hot dogs off his butt and stuff. And I'm just like...
Wait, he's eating hot dogs off his own butt?
Yeah, spaghetti. What else did he eat off his butt? I don't know. I was looking at it today.
I gotcha.
It was a really long hot dog.
Okay.
But I'm just like,
I'm still confused
wow,
on the
you make your
logistics.
money, that's
Does he
cool.
have?
It's a long hot dog, Grant. He ate it off his ass.
Does he
It was a
have
chili cheese dog,
his
to be
ribs
specific.
removed?
Oh my.
Was this Sonic the Hedgehog?
Well, I only saw the
really
part
sorry about
where he
this.
was like, he had the hot dog on his butt and he was like twerking a bit. So I can assume he later like removed the hot dog and ate it like manually.
Okay.
But
I thought it was more of like a contortionist.
yeah, but there was like a pile
Sort
of
of.
spaghetti on his butt. I think he was just forking it into
Okay.
his mouth, which is pretty impressive about spaghetti.
I was going to say maybe it was a scene from Lady and the Tramp, and it's pretty much just both ends of him just kissed.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, other than that, the entire list is basic. It's like reading the 10 Commandments, and you know, you get you get however many, you get 8,000 years past it, and then you find the 10 Commandments, and you're like, we're still killing people. What?
The 10 Commandments are not relatable.
Well, they're not relatable, but it's like it's a list of 50 things. That's basically the 10 Commandments.
If the 10 Commandments were on
I'm gonna let
BuzzFeed,
that- let that sit.
everybody would be like, oh my god, so relatable.
Oh God.
Goals.
Fucking.
Hashtag my life. Yeah, so we've done nothing. This entire list. It's sad to look at.
We've stopped none of these atrocities from continuing to happen every day.
You know, a lot of ancient cultures have said that time is not a straight line, but it's circular and it repeats. And I think that this is just
nice drop, man. That was some heavy shit.
yeah. I mean, the Sumerians, the Mayans, they all had a circular idea of time, and this is really the posting version of that. So
IO Netrunner in the chat says Commandment 7 will shock you. I'm just going to start stealing jokes from the chat from now on.
don't even read their names. Just
that was me.
Inject them in conversation.
Yeah.
Zwick, take 2. That was me.
Yeah, so maybe if you guys have a sentence for this, I'm just kind of depressed looking at it. It really sort of...
I got one.
It took the wheels off the wagon.
I got one.
Yeah,
Read the Bible.
that's it.
Learn yourself up. Hey, there's some good... you know,
Clean your room.
it's called the good book for a reason. some stuff in there, let me tell you.
What's in there? All right, let's move on.
So if you haven't listened to Thought Cops before, every week we investigate the internet's outrage-inducing news stories, and then we sentence each perpetrator to a cruel and very often unusual punishment.
Yeah,
Is that right, Grant?
that's correct.
So
The federales all know what I'm talking about.
real heads in the audience know what I'm saying. Let's talk a little bit about Louis C.K. He's back. He's bumming everybody out.
We've talked about him the past 3 weeks.
Ah, yeah.
Can somebody fill me in? Because like I'll see his name on headlines and I'll just like scroll past it because I can't sit that long enough to read anything.
It's tough. We don't even do it.
That's what I do too, except before I scroll past it, I take a screenshot of the headline and then I scroll past it.
Yeah.
And then maybe if I'm lucky, I'll read it later. The thing this week is he was doing a stand-up set, I guess, in New York.
Yep.
Was this in New York, or was this the one he did in France
I don't know.
a while ago? Who cares?
See how little research we did?
He was doing a stand-up set, and within the set, it was a 45-minute long set, so it's not completely representative of everything that he talked about, because I didn't listen to the 45-minute set. I listened to the 2-minute sound bit that was tossed around Twitter.
45 minutes, that's a long time.
Seriously. Within that 2 minutes, that was sort of the sound bit that got passed around the media. He allegedly made fun of the Parkland High School massacre survivors. He made fun of gender-neutral pronouns and something about old men shaking their fists at little kids that are playing on his lawn.
That's honestly the most offensive part.
I think so. I mean, he starts it off by saying something along the lines of like, I'm 51 years old. When I was 18 when I was like 18, we were idiots. We were getting high doing mushrooms and shit. Older people were like, you got to get their shit together. And we're like, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. So, and then he goes, now I see kids in their 20s. And I'm like, gosh, like, stop being activists.
Long story short, he was mocking. I don't even know. If you want, hey, go find it yourself.
Oh yeah, I don't know. He sounds like every other like stupid old like grumpy man who like thinks their generation is so like different and special. When like for like generations, like we've all been doing like pretty much the exact same shit. He just has selective memory about it.
It's like Grant over here said, time, what do you say? Time is a square, triangle?
Great.
What's the deal?
Eloquent.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah, I hate to pick apart stand-up. I hate having to do it. I get, like, one, this was a leak. It's not like he put this out as a special, you know? Mm-hmm. He wasn't like, hey, I'm releasing a special. I'm selling it for $10 and it's, you know, all this horrible, like, not all that funny stuff. I get, like, Louis C.K. I don't think has changed all that much. Maybe he's a little more bitter after, you know, all the stuff that, you know, happened a year ago and whatnot. But I understand what, you know, from doing some stand up and from watching Kevin do more stand up than me.
Thank you for clarifying that. Wow.
I understand that, like, it takes time to come up with bits, and Louis C.K. is very much sort of like a shock comedian, and he wants to say things that get a rise out of people. So I get that aspect, but at the same time, it's just like it's incredibly tone deaf for.
Yeah, for this political climate we live in now. And there's like a way to be funny without like I just think it's too soon. Like now, like you could joke about like Jean-Benet Ramsey because it's been 20 years. Nikki knows.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I feel like maybe he could have waited on that or maybe been more like if he just took the time to educate himself about like the whole like non-binary thing, like I don't think he would see the humor in it or why that's like a funny thing to joke about. But I think like
Charlotte, if I may let you know the punchline here, he says that he identifies as a location. The location is your mother's C word.
Oh my god,
how does that correlate?
That's a typical Louis C.K. punchline. I'm just like, I don't know, your mother's cunt.
Whoa.
That's like, he does that in a lot of jokes. Like it's, I don't know. It feels sort of outdated at this point. I mean, he has been around for a long time and the entire thing sort of feels stale. Again, I didn't listen to the entire 45 minutes. So what the fuck do I know?
As soon as I heard him say that, I only heard the audio from it, but I could almost hear him doing that little jack off motion he does, God. You know,
which within the context of everything.
Yeah. Oh shit.
You weren't even thinking about it, were you?
I wasn't.
Yeah, and so someone pointed out on Twitter the whole thing with that joke in particular. He's not okay calling people they or them, but he's more than happy to say the N-word whenever he gets the chance to.
And jerk off in front of people.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else to talk about. I think that pretty much covered it. Like, I get that it's stand up, and like I've said on the show before, it's a form of art, and you're trying to elicit a certain response. And Louis C.K. for most of his successful portion of his career, he's tried to be shocking and dark and everything. But I think that there was always that sense of sort of like self-reflection in it. You know, like he'd put episodes in his show where he'd be doing something really offensive and then one of the characters would call him out on it, you know, and there's always been that level of that in the stand up. And this just felt just kind of tone deaf. Yeah, but maybe within the context of the entire set, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. It just it was not received well by any means.
So we got to sentence him.
Yeah. should
poop on his
sentence him.
chest.
There we go. Poo-poo. Sorry, I'm a fucking child.
I mean, me clearly, that's immediately where my mind went.
I was going to sentence him to his mother's cunt. Just scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
I want to talk about something serious for a second here.
Yeah.
But we could all stop joking around for just a minute.
Yeah, this is the 2 minutes of silence segment.
I want to address our listeners. Please don't do the Bird Box challenge.
Okay, so this is something I also have no idea what everybody's talking about when I see it on Twitter. I just see a lot of pictures of Sandra Bullock wearing a blindfold. But
yeah, you haven't seen the new hit whatever kind of movie it is.
It's like a Netflix original, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. But like this happens to me on Twitter all the time, like that Bundersnatch or whatever. Like so many people are talking about it in Bird Box, it makes me not want to have anything to do with it.
Exactly.
What's that word?
Huh?
What's that word?
Bandersnatch?
Oh, Bandersnatch. Oh, okay. I thought. Never mind what I thought.
So yeah,
I thought that was like a revelatory moment, but then it was okay.
Show's not that deep. So yeah, what is the Bird Box challenge, Grant?
So in this movie with what's her name, Sandra Bullock, she wears a blindfold, and the entire movie is her and her kids in blindfolds. Apparently, this movie got so well marketed that apparently 1/3 of all Netflix users watched it. So that's a lot of people. Netflix tweeted out, "Can't believe I have to say this, but please do not hurt yourselves with the Bird Box challenge. We don't know how this started, but we appreciate the love. But boy and girl have just one wish." I guess those are the characters in the show. They just named them boy and lazy writing. They have one wish for 2019, and it's that you not end up in the hospital due to memes.
I say that's a fair
Let me
wish.
repeat that. Let me repeat that last line real fast.
Please.
Do not end up in the hospital due to memes.
This is just where we're at. Like, first it was like the Tide Pods thing, and now it's this, and then next week it's going to be something else.
I want to get out in front of this and say, everybody, don't do the Thought Cops challenge.
What's the Thought Cops
I
challenge?
don't know yet, but whatever. Yeah, I wish our fans would stop pooping on each other's chests.
I will not take part in that challenge.
I'm asking them to stop, for the love of God. Don't hurt your friends.
Don't get shit on your chest due to a meme.
Yeah. Otherwise, go ahead.
So yeah, basically, like I said, the movie is Sandra Bullock, and she wears a blindfold, and then she does things. I guess she goes around. She pedals a boat. She drives a car. So people are putting on blindfolds and like driving cars.
Oh my God.
Fuck, dude.
I wish I was making that up, but that's been a couple people have been doing that and just putting on blindfolds and walking around
For a shitty fucking movie.
For what purpose? Like, what is there to be gained by that? I don't get it.
Clout.
If I can bring you guys back to about 3 or 4 years ago, there was something called the Ice Bucket Challenge, where you would fill up a bucket with cold water and ice, and you would pour it on your head for ALS research. This is not that.
Yeah.
This is just for stupid internet points.
Yeah, this isn't bringing awareness to anything other than being an idiot.
It's bringing awareness to how fucking bad this movie is.
Oh. This guy's ice cold.
Kevin, you posted a thing on Twitter about how Bird Box has become this big sort of think piece movie. Like, it came out and immediately there were 20 think piece articles about how it was like about feminism and racism and all these different things.
I Googled, because I don't know where it came from, but all of a sudden my entire timeline on every social media was about Bird Box. I'm like, what the fuck is Bird Box? And I Googled it, and all the results were just think pieces, like what Bird Box says about racism, what Bird Box says about our phones. It's like, what the fuck? What coherent point is this movie trying to make? You got to pick one thing. And like you can't just make a movie about every social cause.
I think people are just
trying
to insert that into anywhere they can, basically, as people always do.
Well, it's kind of like we talked about BuzzFeed a little bit ago. It's all these people these people. Thank you.
Yeah.
All these people that got laid off from BuzzFeed and stuff, and then they splintered off to these like other smaller, shittier websites.
But they're still writing the same shitty articles.
Yeah, their job is like throwing darts at a board and being like, Bird Box is about the gentrification of Southern Asia.
Did you see that?
I have. If it's, like I said, I haven't seen the movie.
Did you see? There's a video. It's a really well done sort of parody video, and it's like how Vice comes up with their headlines.
Oh no!
And it's this. Yeah, it's the guy with Charlotte. I think you'll like this. It's this guy who has these like giant purple dildos, and he throws them like blankly at a board, and they stick to a bunch of different words, and it's like. Vice's new article headline is about transgender drug cartels on unicycles. Like shit like that.
My joke was funny.
I was just trying to...
You're trying to make me look bad?
I was just trying to flesh it out.
By describing somebody else's joke that they put more time and effort into?
Yeah, they made a whole video on it.
Well, fuck me, I guess.
I'm just saying. It reminded me of that.
Bird Box. What's in the box, right?
Sounds like a euphemism for something.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
It sounds like... no, I want to say it.
Say it.
Sounds like a bird C word. Bird Box. Hey, Charlotte, there's a parody idea for you.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to pull that off. IoNetrunner in the chat seems like he's seen this movie.
I haven't fucking seen the movie.
He said there's monsters that drive you crazy. Everyone wears blindfolds not to look at them. Wasn't even scary. They keep some birds in a box because birds go crazy when the monsters are near. Oh. So it's like a canary in the coal mine sort of ordeal.
Oh, cool. So there are birds. I was hoping
you should have clarified that earlier, IoNetrunner.
So.
Sorry, what was that? Can you repeat that?
I was hoping it was like an actual movie about birds.
You're probably better off watching Birds by Alfred Hitchcock. Or whatever the hell it's called. Crows, birds.
No, it's Birds. Or is it The Birds?
I don't know.
What? So what are we going to do with the Bird Box challenge? What are we going to sentence it to?
Pack it up. Pack up this box and send it away.
All right.
Somewhere far away. I don't know. You got anything better?
No, that's great. Let's move on to the next one.
Okay. Yeah, I got some fucking fire here. Yeah, that's right. Only Grant knows what I'm saying.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I want to say something. I saw something on Twitter that really bothered me the other day. This aquarium, Monterey Bay Aquarium, was calling it. I know you're right. Mm-hmm. This is Charlotte knows what's up. This. Mm-hmm. They called, there is this otter, they took a picture of him, they posted it all over their social media, and they said, go to the article, they were calling this otter,
Jamie.
They were calling the otter thick, with 2 C's.
Reprehensible.
Yeah, why would you
the Monterey Bay Aquarium apologizes.
As they should.
Yeah, that's another aspect. You know, I didn't even think of that aspect.
Yeah, because thick is like a sexual body type, like a sexy body type, and I don't think people should be having sex with otters. And also, like, you know, if the otter wants to, you know, go on their own Twitter and post a selfie and be like, oh, I'm thick, that's up for them to decide. Yeah, but we shouldn't be like putting these constraints on otters or body shaming them.
Oh, Peter in the chat here says, first of all, it's appropriating gay culture. He says, otter is a thing with the gays, like how bears are a gay thing.
Yeah, that is true. The otter body type is, you know, you could see, they just look like they swim a lot. They're really ripped and just like a full body physique, like fit look going on. With, like,
so like Michael Phelps.
Are we talking about the zoo here, or?
Well, I think like if you call a person an otter, but we shouldn't be hurting that otter's feelings like that. And the Monterey Bay Aquarium has been pissing me off for so long. Like I was telling you earlier before the show, I used to go there all the time as a kid. It was like an awesome, super educational aquarium. They have a lot of different species of marine life. They put a lot of work into it. It's like one of the best aquariums in California, probably the best in my opinion. So I go follow them on Twitter thinking, oh, this will be like, you know, the same experience I had as a kid, like cool educational stuff, like cool pictures of animals, whatever. And they're just posting fucking otter memes and like not executing them well. Like, it's not funny. You just steal like a shitty meme format and then post like a picture of a whale or something on it. And it's absurd and derivative.
I'm going to just do a quick listener discretion here. I'm going to read the tweet in question. Viewers advised.
Yeah.
Put your blindfold over your ears.
And then
if it's offensive, and then
take a video. Anyway, so at Monterey AQ on Twitter, Abby's the otter. Abby is a thick girl. What an absolute unit. I can't read this without like throwing up in my mouth. Abby is a thick girl. What an absolute unit. She chonk. Look at the size of this lady. Oh Lord, she coming.
Oh no,
another internetism.
I love how they throw in like the typical African American vernacular to be related
exactly
to the teens. In the picture, she's sitting there minding her own business, being like, you know, she's just, there's nothing wrong with her. She's just a little round. She's got like some tiny paws and a tiny head, but I think she looks beautiful.
I want to go on record here and say that all otters are beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
Brave.
I'm the male feminist who tries to get chicks by saying that all otters are beautiful.
Remember that fucking guy, like, Nikki knows exactly what I'm talking about, but I love my curvy wife.
Oh yes,
yeah.
We've talked about him a lot. Yeah.
I love my curvy otter.
I do. God dang it! So
that'd be a good like parody article.
Cracks clams open on her belly. I was doing this like all throughout my youth for my preference in otters.
Everybody had a thick phase, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
So
what are you saying, Kevin?
I'm saying that I at one point in time I had a thick body with 2 C's, and I'm not ashamed to say it.
Oh, all right.
So you brought up a good point, Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
People were upset at the African American vernacular that was being used in the tweet because you're right. It's, you know, teens these days. What is it? They love this vernacular. They love flossing from Fortnite video game.
That was a kid with a backpack that invented that.
That's true. What else do teenagers like? I don't know. So, yeah, people were upset, I guess, that they were fat shaming the otter and that they were using this vernacular. So, what else is on here?
I think the thing, it was moderately cringy until the oh Lord, she coming.
Yeah, yeah, that was just the nail in the coffin for me. Like.
Yeah, that's like 2009 era humor.
And like, I follow a lot of cat accounts on Instagram. I follow a lot of fat cats, and I like to follow their weight loss journeys. These like owners will go to the shelter, adopt a really round cat, and then be like, "Oh, you know, Bella lost like 0.5 pound this month. Like, we're so proud of her." And then they'll lovingly, affectionately call their cats like a chonk or a chonker. But, you know, there's a time and place for that. I don't feel like, you know, in this instance of calling that otter a chonk, it was from a loving place. It didn't come across that way.
This comes across as punching down. This comes across as distasteful.
Yeah, it was really rude. And just like, you know, it's like Like people who go to the gym and they like take pictures of fat people and make fun of them. That's what it seems like to me here.
Yeah.
She just looks like she's just minding her own business, having a little relax on this pavement or this rock, whatever it looks like she's laying on. How do we know she like consented for her image to be spread out there?
And
we don't know.
She never signed a release.
She's looking off camera. They're probably holding up some pickled herring.
Oh yeah, and she
just to
thinks
get us
she's
attention.
gonna get the herring because she's round.
I think the most insulting part of this is they could have. I would have let it go if they would have left the first 5 lines, but at the bottom they had to talk down to me and let me know that this is internet vernacular. Oh, another internetism. Yeah,
that's actually that.
Yeah, we know.
That's the most offensive part.
That's the most offensive part, is that they're talking down to me.
Yeah. Like, I know what an internetism is. I've seen these words repeated, like, every day for years.
Wait, hold on. The aquarium issued an apology.
Oh,
yeah.
So that makes it okay. All of a sudden, I can just go around calling otters fat, and then issue an apology, and then I'm forgiven. I don't think it works that way.
We'll be here to judge whether or not the apology is worthy or not.
Actions speak louder than tweets. So what does it say? There's a lot here.
The tweet is mightier than the sword.
Shut the hell up.
I feel disgusting. Read the tweets.
Hey everyone. It has come to our attention that some of the references in this tweet are problematic and insensitive. We're posting here in this thread so that people who have engaged with this tweet will join us in our learning moment.
Oh, Christ.
1 of 4.
1 of 4.
I'll go on. Fuck it. If our tweet alienated you, please know that we are deeply sorry and that we offer our sincerest apologies. If you follow our feed, we often reference popular memes to talk about the ocean. In this case, the memes used had connotations that we weren't aware of until now. In particular, several terms referenced originated from African American vernacular English and specifically reference black women's bodies. Using them in a sea otter meme without that background makes insinuations we never intended. We need to do better.
Christ
3
almighty.
of 4.
This is so insulting to me as a human being.
Our mission is to inspire conservation of the ocean, and we're thankful for your support as we try to advance that mission on social media. We're also thankful for those of you there pointing out our blind spots and how we can improve. Thanks, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
Your mission is to conserve the ocean, and you're trying to advance that mission on social media. Why are you posting stupid fucking memes? Jesus Christ.
Because people are dumb, dude. This is how you get people to care about the ocean, is by giving them candy bars and saying fucking eat up, dude.
Has the otter released a statement?
Yeah, where's that?
Yeah, I want to hear from her. You know, they don't speak for her. She has a voice of her own, and I want to hear it.
Otter has not commented yet.
Oh.
You know, I respect her decision to remain silent and out of the eyes of the media.
Yeah, it's really her decision.
Through.
Yeah.
It's her decision to make. Yeah.
Take some time.
So it sounds like they already had like a social media pitchfork witch hunt against the Monterey Bay Aquarium.
Yeah.
But
I think you did. You had some fire with this coming in.
Oh, I definitely did. But what else should they be punished with is what I'm wondering.
Well, I was going to ask you because you have this history with this aquarium. I want to let you punish the aquarium. Oh,
well, whoever wrote the tweet, I feel like they should be cracked over an otter's belly like a clam.
Oh, man. It's like
it would have to be a really big otter. Maybe it's like a really small person who wrote the tweet. I don't want to assume anything.
Like a baby person.
Yeah, like
right.
A baby.
Well, you have to be a real small person to say something this mean.
Exactly. Thank you.
So, I mean, I think it's wrong. What else? I got nothing else to say about this.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, do we give the key to the city this week to the fat otter?
Yes. Does the otter have a name?
Abby.
Abby, that's right. Abby, this one's for you. This episode is dedicated to you. We think that you're beautiful
on the inside and the outside.
And we think that the aquarium was wrong for doing that. And I think that they should focus on maybe starfish memes for a month until we can kind of get over this.
Yeah, just let some time pass. It's too soon right now.
Wow, I couldn't believe the news today that I saw.
I hate this. I see it and I hate it. I hate it.
This headline caught my eye. It is...
I hate this.
PewDiePie attacks Lilly Singh with Big Chungus meme. Charlotte, do you know what any of those words mean?
No, I don't.
Does a single word ring true for you in that sentence?
No, it sounds like made up.
Peter in the chat says, I fucking hate that I know all that. Yeah, we get that way a lot here. We talked about Big Chungus last week.
Okay, so what is that?
Admittedly, it's really fucking stupid. It's a fat Bugs Bunny. I guess there is a scene in some Looney Tunes cartoon where Bugs Bunny turns fat for like 3 seconds.
He chunk.
Shut up.
You fucking asshole. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Shut the fuck up, dude. You're doing the thing the aquarium just got in trouble for. What the fuck?
I'd like to apologize to my fans, my listeners.
Okay, I forgive you.
Thank you.
So, like I said, PewDiePie attacks Lilly Singh with Big Chungus meme. I don't know anything about this. Could you give me a quick run?
So
give me the details, Grant.
Big Chungus is, details, like we said, is Fat Bugs Bunny. PewDiePie is a YouTube man. And who's the other Lilly Singh? I don't know who that is.
I think it's Sanj. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I don't know.
I know people with that last name. Usually it's just Singh, but so what? You brought this in. You tell me about it.
Oh,
I don't. Yeah, Nico in the chat says it's Singh. You just wanted to read the headline, didn't you? You just wanted to read the headline. You don't know what any of this is about. Everyone saw this headline and they thought it was so stupid.
Well,
you fell for it.
Hey, smart ass! Why don't you tell me? You got the computer? You tell me what's going on.
I'm trying to read it. I can't follow what the fuck it's saying.
I don't want to seem ignorant, like at the water cooler and stuff. I want to be able to talk to my coworkers about PewDiePie weaponizing whatever the hell Big Chungus.
I hate this.
What do you say? I don't think people fathom how big Big Chungus really is. Big Chungus has gotten so popular that they have a lot. This is fucking stupid, dude. I'm so embarrassed. I don't want to talk about this. We'll just
should we cut the entire thing?
No, just the sentence. All these people just fuck them.
You really screwed the pooch with this one.
Fuck this shit. This shit stinks.
Does anyone in the chat know what the fuck this is? It's cancer. All right. Burn it. Burn the whole internet.
I think I gotta leave in a couple of minutes, but...
Okay, cool. We'll wrap it up here. No problem. Word of the week this week. Thought Cops Word of the Week. Let's keep it thematically correct. We already kind of went over it, but this week's Thought Cops Word of the Week is otter. Mm-hmm. Which... what do you say? Was
topical.
Vernacular for somebody in the gay community.
Yeah.
So, what else we got here? We got some voicemails here. Do you have time to listen to those, or no?
Yeah, I think I could listen to a couple.
Yeah, let's get them through them real quick. Thanks for sticking around here. So Charlotte, where can our listeners find you online, find your content, follow you on social media?
My Twitter and Instagram is Goth Charlotte. If you're looking for porn stuff, there's like onlyfans.com/Goth Charlotte.
Onlyfans.com?
Yeah, /Goth Charlotte. There's gothballbusting.com, where I put a lot of ball busting porn on the internet. And
sounds painful.
If you want to buy a t-shirt or like stickers, DVD, or my underwear, you can just go to gothcharlotte.com. I'm like in the process of fixing it though, so it's like down for tonight, but it should be back up again soon.
Well, thanks again for doing the show, Charlotte. We appreciate you hanging around with us tonight.
Oh, thanks for having
if you have a
me.
second here, yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
let's get to some
thanks for
voicemails.
calling in.
And real quick, if you guys want to leave your own voicemail, that number, of course, is 312-788-7361. Here we go.
Hey, soft-donic bitches. I have something I gotta say, you know? I think I know how to discern what makes a goth girl a poser or not.
Oh.
So, you guys know the artist known as Viper the Rapper. Well, he was the original rapper into goth girls. And I
That's
think
true.
that if you call yourself goth and Viper the Rapper was never in your DMs asking to, like, have you in a music video or marry him, you're not goth.
That's true.
So I forgot
it's all
I
true.
know he's been in their DMs or put a baby in them or join some fucking pyramid scheme or some shit.
Yep.
So I'm going to be the gatekeeper on this.
Fair enough.
I completely agree.
That's all true.
Yeah, she has a point there. Like, it's extra goth points if Viper the Rapper was DMing you while you were underage and asking to impregnate you. A lot of people don't know this about it. Most people, they just see the y'all cowards don't even smoke crack thing and think, oh, that's funny. This sounds kind of catchy. But he's a fucking, like, pedophile creep.
Oh, no.
So he was, like, texting me and stuff. I wish I still had his phone number. It was, like, on my old Android. But he's like, oh, I want to give you shares in my real estate company, like, trying to get me in on some pyramid scheme stuff. And he's like, I want to come to Oakland and, like, put you in a music video. And one day I got an email from, like, somebody who was his wife or, like, claimed to be his wife. Like, stop talking to my man, bitch. And it was, like...
Oh, God.
This really grotesque white woman, which I think that's who Viper goes for, really. But
was she goth?
By default, I guess. You know, Viper the Rapper's into you, makes you goth, even if you don't trust goth at all. It's what's on the inside that counts, that Viper the Rapper can see.
So true.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the next one.
Hey guys. What's up?
Hey, they're back.
It's been a minute. It's pretty much my fault. I'll take the blame for this one.
We're back from the dead.
We're back.
Zombie style. Okay.
And we're back with our favorite classic of a fuck, marry, kill. And here are your options for this week.
Okay, so this is for everybody, including new guests and everything and everybody. So between these three folks, who would you fuck, marry, kill? So we got Joe Rogan, Elon Musk, and your favorite Kanye West. So
oh my!
West, Musk, and Rogan. So
3 times fast.
Yes. Also do that, please. Love you guys.
Good luck.
That's a good one. Fuck, marry, kill, Rogan, West, and what was the other one?
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Who was the last guy? Which West?
Kanye West, Elon Musk, and then Joe Rogan. Fuck, marry,
that's
kill.
an easy one for me.
Go for it.
Okay, so marry Elon Musk because he has the most money. Fuck.
Also, he's got that goth GF.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know if you really classify her that way or not.
Yeah, and he's got hair plugs, so he looks a little younger. Fuck Joe Rogan because he's probably into some violent shit during sex with all his MMA knowledge. And then,
do you think he's into dom stuff, like getting dommed?
Oh, I'm sure, because like a lot of guys, like in positions of power, want to give up that power and get like fucked in the ass sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty common. And then kill Kanye West, of course. He pulled some shit at the Pornhub Awards. It pissed me off.
Oh, really? What do you pull at the Pornhub Awards?
So there's a lot of like divisiveness on like Pornhub. People argue it's like killing the industry, and a lot of people are like, well, if you can't beat them, join them. So they put their videos on there for ad revenue. A lot of people do really well on there. Most people don't. I'm in the latter category. I don't make much money with my videos on there. But so Pornhub was having an awards show. Kanye West just decides he wants to be the creative director. Even though he has like nothing to do with porn and doesn't know anything about it, he just wants to insert himself into something to stay relevant.
Sounds about right.
So, the Pornhub Awards, they made a thing like, oh, it's a classy full pants event. My fiance wanted to wear assless chaps like he does to most awards shows, and they wouldn't let him. But then on stage, Kanye West brought out all these like topless women who are like wearing sheer clothing and stuff. You could see everything. It's like, so it's a full pants event. You can't wear assless chaps, but girls can have their tits out on stage. That didn't sit quite right with me. And I don't think Kanye West should insert himself into things he knows nothing about. And Greg Lansky gave him like a free lifetime membership to black.com. And it's like, why are you giving him free shit? He has so much money he can pay for his porn. It just teaches people entitlement, and that if you're rich, like, or famous, you don't have to pay for people's labor.
He's an appropriator.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing that story. Yeah, you said kill him. I couldn't, honestly, I have to agree with all that. Fuck, marry, kill. What about you, Grant?
Oh, I was just going to, I was going to forget about the marry and fuck, and I was just going to kill Elon Musk 3 times. Fuck him. All right. Let's move on to this last one.
All right.
Fuck you, Nico. All right.
Whoa.
Jerking off to otters is my culture. I live in Wisconsin. Nothing's hotter than a giant cow tit with 4 little dicks hanging off it.
Oh, all right.
Excuse me? Yeah.
This was because she left the thing about the anime porn.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and the different size of breast in anime porn.
Nico
and people
was
enlarging,
complaining about breast sizes in anime or something.
And so he said, jerking off to big utters is his fetish because he's a Wisconsinite.
Yeah. Okay.
And as a guy from Illinois, I cannot argue with him. So
it'd be like that up there.
Thanks everybody for listening.
Yeah, thanks again.
Thanks Charlotte for calling in.
Yeah. Thanks again for listening. Thank you, Charlotte, for doing the show. Thank you, Grant, for being my friend. And thank you to the listeners out there for, especially those of you who donate on patreon.com/thoughtcops. You too can be a part of the live chat during the episode for just $5 a month. And you get access to all of our bonus episodes of Fire Bros.
And episode 100 coming up next week.
That's
so
right.
Stay tuned for that.
That's going to be a special one. It's going to be a lot of fun. Don't miss that one. See y'all later.
All right. Thanks
episode
for
100.
Thanks for listening. Thank you.
All right. That was really fun.